You messed nothing up. I thought I did. This was that's why. Well, then how come it's up there how it is? Because yeah, that's what I did. How come the AML intro is still up there? Because guys. What's wrong there? So just make sure we switch the people. Switch it. Whenever we start to stream this video is on both things. It's in our play. So this was not. This was just. This was there were two different videos. So yeah, I thought that's. I literally was. Well, no, because I thought I said it right. Yeah. So do we think that I should switch it?
大家好，谢谢你们来今天的仪式。如果你不认识我，我叫安娜，是中文部分进入至课程一对一的学生。
Morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming to today's ceremony. If you don't know me, my name is Anna, and I am a member of the first cohort of the Chinese Partial Immersion Program.
首先，我想感谢我们班的父母、老师和管理人员。是这几人让这个项目可能的。你们给我们巨大的支持，而这个支持我们没忘了，谢谢。
First, I'd like to thank all of the parents, teachers, and administrators who made this program possible. You gave us immense support, especially in the early stages, and this does not go unnoticed. Thank you all.
在幼儿园开始参加中文课程，对我们所有人来说，一定有不确定的地方。可是我现在能说是正确的选择。我在项目中结识的朋友是我现在最亲密的朋友，而我学习的语言技能和我经历的文化体验，帮过我建立额外的联系和关系。我希望持续一生。
Joining the Chinese immersion program in kindergarten came with uncertainties for us all, but I can now say that it was definitely the right choice. The friends I have made through the program are some of my closest, and the language skills and cultural experiences I've gained have helped me to build connections and relationships outside of the school that I hope will last a lifetime.
再说项目的小学活动，旅行到费城、纽约和中国是我最难忘的回忆。我能离开该地区，学习各种地方的历史和文化，看世界从新的全球化的角度。
Within the program, our trips to Philadelphia, New York, and China are some of the most memorable experiences of my elementary school years. I got to see the world outside of our region and immerse myself in its history and culture. gaining a more globalized perspective.
虽然汉语可能在学生生活中看起来没有那么多用，其实我在这个项目学习的语言技能已经用的很多。例如，去年夏天我见面了北京青年管弦乐团，在1周的时间相互影响。不管我自己用中文，或者只听别人说话，了解语言彻底丰富了我的经验。在这年夏天，我又会跟几个中国人合作，让我的语言能力成为我们交流的宝贵工具。
The language skills in this program I've learned have brought me so many incredible experiences, and even if their application may be hard to see in daily student life. Last summer, for example, I got to meet the Beijing Youth Orchestra and interact with them over the course of a week. Knowing the language thoroughly enriched my experience, regardless of whether I actively used my skills or just listened. This summer, I will again be working closely with multiple native Chinese speakers, making my language abilities a valuable tool for our communication.
虽然这些例子可能只是关于我自己的，指语言技能的用不尽，我认为认识这技能，现实世界的好处是很重要。
While these examples may be specific to me, the uses for these language skills are endless, and I think it's important to recognize these real-world benefits.
总的来说，这个项目有高潮还有低谷，可是它也给我经验和机会，我否则永远不会经历。我相信我毕业班业的其他同学也会有同样的感受。
Overall, my time in the Chinese partial immersion program has had its highs and lows, but it has also brought me many experiences and opportunities that I otherwise would not have had. I'm sure the same can be said for many other members of my graduating class.
这是一次真正独特的旅程，我非常感激当这项目的学生。我们现在准备上大学开始工作，我希望我可以继续发展我们的中文技能，对我们的世界产生积极影响。
It has been a truly unique journey, and I'm personally very appreciative of having been a part of this program. As we all prepare to go off to college and enter the workforce, I hope we can continue to use and develop our Chinese skills, making a positive impact on the world.
谢谢大家。
Thank you, 谢谢大家。
Good morning. Before I offer congratulations, I'd like to give a brief history of how we got here today. I wish I could stand here and tell you all with sincerity that I always knew this day would come, and there was never a moment of doubt that these students in Allegheny County Public Schools would complete the Chinese partial immersion program. But saying that would be a lie. I don't know that I've ever really admitted that out loud. I've always gave the "we got this," but today I'm telling you the truth. What I would like to share is how the program came to fruition and the story, which is pretty benign, of when I shifted my mindset about the longevity and the success of the program from optimistically hopeful to but positively certain. So in 2010, 15 years ago, which is really most of their lives, our former superintendent, Dr. Cox, learned about a grant through MSDE, through our State Department, where we could consider implementing a world language program in the elementary grades. He presented the opportunity to myself and to Mrs. D. Blank, and Mrs. Blank is actually here, so if she would just stand and be recognized right there, Mrs. Blank, who is, at the time, Mrs. Blank was an elementary supervisor. Today, she is retired Mrs. Blank, but felt this is such an important part of her career that she wanted to come and see the fruits of her labor. So she is here with us today, which means a lot. Prior to this, I think it's important to note that foreign language instruction in Allegheny County, as in most districts around our state, actually began in middle school. So the idea of an immersion program was a huge shift from what was our norm. Mrs. Blank and I happily accepted the opportunity to apply for the grant and explore the possibility. So this particular grant was for 2 years, the first being a year for planning and designing, and the second year would be the first year of implementation. So as soon as we got the grant, we convened a steering committee that included potential parents of students in the program, ACPS staff, higher ed staff, and community members. Some of those folks are here with us today, and I want to recognize them. So again, Mrs. Blank, Dr. Lori Rumberg is also retired, was a speech therapist at Westside Elementary School. She was part of the original steering committee. Betsy Green, Laura Miller, Jason Behringer, Karen Kurtz, Jennifer Walsh, Mindy Thaley, Eleanor Madden, and Dr. John Bowman from Frostburg State University. Thank you to those individuals for sharing a vision that really knew no limits when tasked with creating this fantastic program. As the group met and researched, our excitement definitely grew, and the potential opportunity for students from Allegheny County really kept us focused on overcoming any obstacles that might have been in the way, and again, being honest, there were some. At the same time, the challenges were becoming evident. We were looking for solutions all over the place, and our first big hurdle was, where in the world are we going to find a Chinese speaker, a native Mandarin speaker, who's also elementary certified, and who would like to live in Allegheny County and teach in this program that may or may not be successful. So we really did not know at that time. That seemed like something that would never occur, that we'd find that person. We also were concerned about curricular resources, how we were going to convince the community that this was a valuable program. Would we have enough families interested in the program to create a class? And I could go on and on. For as much excitement as there was also a lot of apprehension and worry. I'm happy to say that as the challenges arose, so did the solutions. Concern for a high-quality teacher who is a native speaker of Mandarin and willing to reside in Allegheny County? No problem. Turns out Frostburg State University had a partnership with Hunan University, and Miss Mandy Tang was attending FSU on a student visa and was ready and willing to join us on this journey. Through lots of PR and outreach, we were able to communicate with our school communities and the larger community about the importance of this program, and for the most part, felt nothing but positivity coming back to us from those folks. We were concerned about cultural experiences. We do not have a Chinese community in Allegheny County, so how are we going to have these cultural moments for these students, which is definitely part of the vision of this program. And again, turns out that there are leadership board members living in Allegheny County of the World Artists Experience, and they were more than happy to partner with us to bring Chinese artists of all types to visit us at our schools, to our community. We had several programs at the Country Club Mall, if you remember, and to also help us coordinate cultural field trip opportunities for our students. As I was preparing my remarks for today and realized how many atypical things fell into place for this program to happen, it really does seem like the stars aligned. So on August 27th, 2012, the first day of kindergarten in ACPS and the first day of CHIP for these soon-to-be graduates, I have to tell you, I typically love the first day of school. It's a highlight for me. It's so exciting, and to see new fresh faces, and everybody's really probably the happiest day at school where they're all just excited to be there. On this particular day, I was wrought with anxiety. Really apprehensive, could not imagine that these 5-year-olds were going to enter the classroom with Miss Tang, and she was going to speak only Mandarin Chinese to them for 3 hours, and that was going to be okay. I was worried. It was just beyond my belief. So the CHIP classroom was downstairs at Westside, and the first day of school is also hectic and busy, so I didn't have time to really hover, but I can remember standing for that first day of school, and then the next couple, kind of lingering on the stair steps. Sometimes I saw Mrs. Green there, who was a teacher, but also the mother of Natalie, and sometimes I would see Miss Miller there, who is a teacher and also the mother of Avery. And we were all kind of sharing, is this really something that can happen? And we were all nervous. And you know what? The students, I don't know what we were expecting, for them to come running out of the room screaming and yelling, or I don't know, but I promise you it didn't happen. And by day 2, I was brave enough to enter, go in there and see what's happening, and immediately just was in awe. Awe that it looked like any typical kindergarten classroom, that the students were doing all the things that are part of the beginning of their school career, making friends with one another, developing a relationship with their teacher. They did not seem fazed one bit that she was speaking in Mandarin. So, you know, the kindergarten classroom that they had was really a neat space. There was an elevated stage. And the memory I want to share, for where I honestly tell you, and I have reflected a lot in the last month or so about when did I become a believer, and it's not real exciting. There are so many exciting stories about our kids and things they've done in the community and people being impressed and all those things. This is a pretty low-key memory, but it's one that it was the moment where I knew it was all going to work out. So I was in there doing my face all the time, because you know they're happy, they're giggling, they're typical kindergarten students, and Miss Tang is saying lots of stuff. I don't know, I have no idea what, but lots of stuff. And she, I assume, gives a direction to go. She did her center and opening calendar up on the stage. So the kids get up and they're bebopping and twirling and finding themselves up to the stage. And then she says something, whole bunches of stuff. And they stopped and they looked, and some of them went back and pushed in their chairs. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I'm saying to the kids as they're twirling and bebopping back up to the stage, what did she say? What'd she say? What'd she say? And they're giggling at me, not answering. They're just laughing, thinking it's all funny and great. And I'm standing over in the corner now, totally excited, thinking, I assume she said go to the stage, come back, push a chair in, go to the stage, and they're doing it, and wow. And those of you who remember Miss Tang, she was, you know, itty-bitty. She's coming over to me, and I have the face like, wow, this is, and I'm ready to praise her and say, you're the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And she said, in a whisper, get out. And I thought, what? That is not what she said. So I'm staring at her and she points sharply. It was not a soft point. It was a sharp go. And so, you know, those who know Miss Tang know I went. I was gone out of there thinking, I have no idea what just happened. I thought she was great, and she told me to get gone. So I left and went to my office, and she came at lunchtime. And I said, well, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what I did. And she said, it's not what you did. It's overall. These kids don't know I can speak English. They know you can. The longer you stand in there, the more they'll defer to you, because that's natural. You can't stand in there and talk to them. Stop speaking. Stop talking. I also heard you ask them, what did she say? Which is true. I bet I said it 5 times. To every one of them going by, what'd she say? What'd she say? And she said, translation is a whole other skill that comes much later. They can't answer you, and you're distracting my class. And all things true. And she said, you know, finally, I need you to trust me. And I'm thinking, my goodness, I do. I trust you. And most importantly, I trusted them. And that's when I realized that I can go and admire it I got to school my face and I got to calm my words, but I can go stand there and admire it and admire them, and that these kids and Miss Tang were ready to pioneer this program and lead it. And I think that for me was the moment of, I need to stop worrying and I need to start paying attention and being excited right along with them. So I want to pause my remarks right now and have you turn your attention to the screen. And the kids can't, well, do you guys want to come stand so you can see the screen? Because this is going to be Miss Tang speaking to you. So you can see her. So this is a message from Miss Tang to the graduates. She also said to tell you it's your final exam. It's all right, we're having technical difficulties. Just pause her. Fortunately, after she sent this video, I called her and said, Mandy, what are you saying? What are you saying? And she says, I'm not talking to you, Dr. Stewart, I'm talking to the kids. But she did provide me with the English translation. So if you guys want to have a seat, I'll read to you in English Miss Tang's words. And we can email that to the kids or the family so you can see it. So from Miss Tang, to my very first kindergarten class, now towering over me in caps and gowns, how is it possible that the tiny hands that once glued macaroni to construction paper are now holding diplomas? I still remember your round cheeks, your mismatched shoes, and the way you gasped when our classroom caterpillars turned into butterflies. Back then, you taught me how to be a teacher through your curiosity, your stubbornness, and your endless why questions. Today, I want you to know the same courage you had when you jumped off the swing, take that with you to college or to your career. The kindness you showed sharing crayons with a friend, bring that to the world. That proud grin when you finally wrote your first Chinese character, wear it often. You were my first class because I was just starting too. Watching you grow has been the honor of my life. So go chase big dreams, but never outgrow wonder. Keep asking why. Keep helping each other. And if you ever doubt yourself, remember, the kids who survived glitter explosions and 5-year-old negotiations can handle anything. Class dismissed, but always loved. Your forever proud kindergarten teacher, Tang Lashi. Nice. Mr. Moran told me if I get emotional, I'm supposed to swallow. So if you see me up here swallowing, that's what's happening. We have been blessed with excellent Chinese and English teachers, and they have in turn been blessed with excellent students and families, beginning with these students, but also all of the students who are in the audience today. And those who attended my many parent meetings when I was the principal at Westside, I always told the corny joke, what do you call someone who speaks 3 languages? Yeah, I hear someone saying. What do you call someone who speaks 3 languages? Come on. Thank you. What do you call someone who speaks 2 languages? Bilingual. What do you call someone who speaks 1 language? American. So, to that I say, not at Allegheny High School in this auditorium today. You all are the very big difference in the audience and on this stage, and you are the reason that joke's not funny. Not funny anymore. It's really been this collective partnership that put our Chinese immersion program on the map. These teachers ensured that the students received high-quality education every single day. They planned cultural field trips and activities, hosted an abundance of observers in the classroom, and led us to not only compete in the University of Maryland language competition, but to win repeatedly against long-established programs. There definitely were people in the auditorium at University of Maryland that day saying, "Where's West Side? Who are these people? Where are these kids from?" Because you went there and did what you always do, which is excelled. All the kids in the audience who participated in that competition, we always excelled. And that was because of the teacher leadership and because of the students. The combined efforts of all kept the momentum going through middle school, where the transition was tough. It was taking the program and turning it up on its end and having a whole other focus, and also having the students realize, hey, I'm in here doing this very difficult class while my peers are in PE, or while my peers are in creative arts. I'm here working hard, and that's a hard thing to do, to live through, especially at that age, and they did it. They persevered. They have survived COVID, and I can remember logging in and seeing Miss Du with a guitar in her hand, making the best of that experience, online learning Chinese, so survived that. And then they came to high school where there are so many competing opportunities, and they still persevered with the support of the teachers and the administration at Allegheny to be able to be here on the stage today, and to the students who are in the audience who are working their way toward that goal. So, from the bottom of my heart, I thank each of you for letting me stand on the sidelines, witness you do amazing things, and cheer proudly not only for this great accomplishment, but for all of your achievements. Today is a moment of celebration, reflection, and anticipation. To the 12 before me, congratulations. You've made it through a journey filled with challenges, triumphs, and countless memories. As you stand on the edge of what comes next, to each of you.
Good morning. I'm going to just quickly introduce our next guest, and I also want to take this opportunity to just thank Dr. Stewart. My name is Joe Brewer, and I'm the current supervisor of world language, so I've kind of entered this story very late in the process. But just hearing that history and the work that she has done, I just think we need to just give her a round of applause and appreciation. Too, right? She really held it together. That was very good. So at this time, I'm proud to present, we have Miss Carol Vandermark. She's from MSDE, and she's just going to give some congratulations and remarks to our students as well.
Good morning, students, staff, and families. I'm a little emotional myself. Learning a language changes your life, and so seeing these lives in this impactful program is very moving this morning for me. Like Mr. Brewer said, my name is Carol Vandermark, and I'm the World Language Specialist at the Maryland State Department of Education. It is a joy and a privilege to be here today to celebrate all of you. I'd like to begin by recognizing and celebrating the outstanding achievements of the Chinese Partial Immersion Program. Starting Mandarin Chinese in elementary school as immersion students, and we all know that starting learning a language younger is the best time to start. And then continuing to build proficiency through middle and high school is an incredible opportunity and accomplishment. I am confident that the benefits of participating in this program will stay with you for the rest of your lives. Congratulations to all of the students, teachers, staff, and families for your dedication and hard work in making this program a success. Students, I want to acknowledge what a true accomplishment it is to spend over 11 years studying a language. Developing high levels of proficiency in any language is challenging, but choosing to study Chinese, a rich language known for its complexity, shows remarkable commitment and perseverance. What skills? Congratulations to you for participating in this amazing program and for your many years of language learning. Finally, for the students who have earned the Maryland Seal of Biliteracy, I'm here on behalf of the Maryland State Department of Education, MSDE, to congratulate you. The Maryland Seal of Biliteracy, your many years of language learning for all of you, represents so much more than academic success. Language is more than developing skills in speaking, writing, listening, reading. It deepens our cultural understanding and competence. It fosters empathy and increases global readiness. You are ready for the world. In today's interconnected world, being multilingual is more valuable than ever before. It will open doors for you in college, in career, and throughout your life. And so once again, congratulations to you all, and best wishes for a bright and successful future. Thank you.
At this time, we're going to have some remarks from Mrs. Du and Mrs. Jang. They're teachers in middle and high school, and also Jude. So we'll start out with Jude. So why don't we start with some student remarks, and then we'll have Mrs. Du and then Mrs. Jang. So Jude, you want to start and share some remarks from the student side?
Good morning, family, friends, faculty, and staff members. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate Allegheny County's Chinese Immersion Program. I'm a proud member of the program's pilot class. Mandarin is a Category 5 language and one of the 5 hardest languages for English speakers to learn. 13 years ago, we were just a completely normal, ragtag bunch of 5-year-olds, so you might assume it would be especially difficult for a group of kindergarten students to master Mandarin Chinese. However, I can tell you that it never occurred to me that my classroom was abnormal. The transition into a Chinese classroom was a completely seamless process. Spending every day with my friends, going on field trips to hotspots of Chinese culture, and participating in language competitions grew a special bond between us. Together, we have accomplished something remarkable. Thanks to the incredible talent of our Chinese teachers, our accents are indistinguishable from native Chinese speakers. This is a feat that is profoundly difficult for an English speaker to accomplish unless they begin Chinese language acquisition at a very young age, when their brains are still capable of distinguishing the Mandarin diphthongs. A recent article in the journal Nature states that learning Mandarin at a young age improves cognitive abilities, working memory, creativity, visuospatial ability, and has a positive effect on mathematical learning. Even if we never speak another word in Mandarin, we will continue to carry those cognitive benefits with us for the rest of our lives. I want to express my sincere gratitude to the people who worked hard to bring this incredible program to Allegheny County. Former Superintendent Cox, Dr. Stewart, Mrs. Blank, Dr. Grumberg, Ms. Madden, Ms. Walsh, Tang Lauscher, and everyone else on the initial curriculum design team. Your vision has had an incredible impact on my life and the lives of my classmates. Doors to the world are open to us thanks to you in this incredible program. Thank you also to everyone who's working to keep this program strong for all of the immersion classes that are coming up behind us. Finally, a shout out to my classmates. 恭喜朋友，我们做到了。
Good morning, everybody. For those of you who don't know me yet, I am Ms. Du. I am the middle school Chinese immersion teacher here at the Allegheny County Public Schools. Throughout this program, I have been feeling very blessed to be part of the program. And it is both a very humbling and empowering experiences. There's a saying here in America that it truly takes a village to raise a student. And having been here for more than 7 years, I've realized it is true.
And I can't appreciate more that I have this wonderful cohort of adults and students here in this community with me. Without every one of your curiosity, your questions, your concerns, your counsel, I wouldn't be here to witness this wonderful achievement of these students today. And I would also like to say it is such a wonderful experience for all our students here in the Chinese immersion program, because to learn a language while you are maneuvering each word, when you are trying to say a certain thing in a different language, you're opening a door to a different world. You're truly trying to see things from a different perspective. And with that, I would like to say, class of 2025, I hope with that new perspective, you will bring wonderful connections, build bondages, and lift up the others within your own respective field. And I wish you the very bit of success to find that route to your future. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I am Ms. Zhang. I am the Chinese Immersion Program teacher at Allegheny High School. It's such a joy to stand here today as a proud teacher of the Chinese Immersion Program and to celebrate the very first cohort of students who've journeyed through this program from beginning to end. First, a heartfelt thank you to the incredible people who have supported this program over the years, starting with Mr. Brewer, my supervisor, and fun fact, one of the people who interviewed me 7 years ago for this teaching position. Growing up in China, I wasn't entirely sure if I was going to accept the job at the time. It felt like a big leap into the unknown, but his encouragement during that interview helped tip the scales. A big thank you to Mr. Moran, Ms. Llewellyn, and Ms. McDonald for always having my back and creating a positive environment where language learning and cultural appreciation can thrive. And of course, a big thank you to all of the parents in this program. You guys are being so supportive, and the dedicated faculty and staff at Allegheny and the teachers in this program. I still remember one of the faculty members from Allegheny stopping me in the parking lot on my very first day of teaching and saying, "If you stick around for 3 more years, you will get to see the first cohort of our amazing Chinese immersion kids." Of course, all of our students are wonderful in their own ways, but she was right. These immersion students brought something truly special, a curiosity, a drive, and a joy for learning that has made every moment with them a gift. As a result of their hard work, many of them have earned their seal of biliteracy. Now let's talk about this remarkable group of seniors. Anna, your flawless 5 on the AP Chinese program and your talent as a violinist reflect both your discipline and brilliance, a truly multi-talented student. Due to your leadership and enthusiasm are so strong, you could probably convince me to join a marathon, and I don't even run. Emmanuel and Violet earning the seal of biliteracy as 9th graders, incredible. Maya, your quiet persistence inspired all of us. Avery and Jackson, your passion for sports and your ability to balance everything is beyond impressive. Natalie, your life is short wisdom, which you casually dropped as a freshman, stuck with me and made me pause and reflect more than once. Addie, your energy brightened every lesson. And Sierra, Mika, and Olivia, your low-key style and consistent determination remind us all that quiet strength is still strength. You didn't just learn Chinese, you lived it through conversations, field trips, projects, and cultural events. You embraced challenge, stayed curious, and grew into global citizens. I will remember each of you, not just as students, but as resilient, brilliant, funny, and deeply kind individuals. You've set the bar high for future classes. Now go out there and keep making us proud. As Dr. Stewart just said, there is a Chinese saying, 千里之行始于足下. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You've taken an incredible first step, and I have no doubt you will keep growing, learning, and achieving even greater things ahead. So for now, I'll say 再见, which means see you again in Chinese, not goodbye. I'm not good at goodbye. So thank you all so much. 谢谢大家，谢谢你们。
Thank you all. We appreciate everybody participating and the words you were able to give to the students and to the parents here today. At this time, we're going to start our quarter presentation, the recognition of our seniors. As a supervisor of world languages at Allegheny County Public Schools, it's an honor to be able to recognize the 12 seniors who completed the Chinese immersion program. No other program in our county requires the dedication and the persistence like that of the Chinese partial immersion program. As has been shared today, your journey in this program began in kindergarten and lasted at least 11 consecutive years. That's incredible. Each student here has demonstrated a high level of attainment in Chinese. However, most importantly, you have seen firsthand how hard work and time spent on learning one of the most difficult languages really pays off. I'm convinced that you will look back on this opportunity you've had and realize how truly special it was. And really personally, in 10 years, would love to just talk to you and see your perspective and how it's changed and what the perspective of this program was like. Really appreciate the hours, Dr. Caldwell, you've spent on this program. So Dr. Caldwell will be appreciation for the Chinese culture, but also brought her closer to her classmates. While in high school, she completed Chinese 4 and Chinese 5. After graduation, Milana will be attending Frostburg State University, where she plans to major in English. Milana Armiento. Addison Buskirk. Addison's favorite chip memory was traveling to China in 5th grade. Addison completed both Chinese 4 and 5 in high school and is proud of mastering such a challenging language. Addison will be attending Frostburg State University to study biology. And you want to stand right here. Addison Buskirk. Sierra Campbell. Sierra's favorite chip memory was going on field trips and having the opportunity to explore and learn about the Chinese culture. Sierra feels that the greatest benefit of learning Chinese is having the ability to speak, read, and write in Mandarin. Sierra completed both Chinese 4 and 5 in high school and plans to attend Allegheny College of Maryland. Sierra Campbell. Olivia Frazier. Olivia's favorite chip memory was the 5th grade trip to China, an experience that enhanced her passion to learn a second language. Olivia completed Chinese 4 and Chinese 5, along with a dual enrollment special topics course. After graduation, Olivia plans to attend Frostburg State University to major in biology. Olivia Frazier. Jude Gibson Thaley. Jude's favorite chip memory was competing in the Chinese bridge competition. For Jude, the experience in the program expanded his worldview and taught him an alternative way in viewing mathematics. Throughout high school, he completed Chinese 4, AP Chinese, and dual enrollment special topics. Jude will be attending Lehigh University to major in mechanical engineering. Jude Gibson Thaley. Natalie Green. Natalie's favorite chip memory was traveling to China and building lasting friendships through this unforgettable experience. For her, the benefit of the program was the ability to speak another language. In high school, Natalie completed Chinese 4 and AP Chinese. After graduation, Natalie will be studying psychology at Allegheny College of Maryland. Natalie Green. Maya Hare. Maya's favorite chip memory was competing in the Chinese bridge competition. This program sparked her passion for exploring a culture she never imagined learning about. Maya completed Chinese 4, AP Chinese, and dual enrollment special topics while in high school. Maya plans to attend the University of Maryland to pursue a dual major in international business and Chinese. Maya Heron. Anna Hildebrand. Anna's favorite Chinese memory was her 5th grade trip to China. The CHIP program introduced her to a language she might not have explored otherwise. Anna completed Chinese 4, AP Chinese, and dual enrollment special topics while in high school. Anna is still finalizing her college selection, but she plans to major in violin performance and math while continuing her studies in Mandarin Chinese. Anna Hildebrand. Emmanuel Kujenga. Emmanuel's favorite CHIP memory was walking on the Great Wall of China. For him, the benefit of the program was having the ability to see the world through a different cultural perspective. Emmanuel completed both Chinese 4 and AP Chinese. After high school, he plans to attend Michigan State University to major in computer science. Emmanuel Kujenga. Avery Miller. Avery's favorite CHIP memory was going on the field trips during elementary school. Avery feels the biggest benefit of the program was the lasting effect of being immersed in learning a new language so young. Avery completed both Chinese 4 and AP Chinese. After high school, Avery plans to attend Penn State University to study business and minor in Chinese. Avery Miller. Jackson Resch. Jackson's favorite memory were the field trips during elementary school, which provided valuable experiences and learning opportunities. Jackson completed Chinese 4 and 5 while in high school and plans to attend Frostburg State University to study economics and sports management. Jackson Resch. And our final student who's not able to be here today is Violet Strozakowski. We'll give her a round of applause. Violet's favorite CHIP memory was having a pen pal from the partner school in China. Being able to learn Chinese from a young age has made it easier for her to pick up other languages. Violet completed Chinese 4 and AP Chinese at Allegheny and completed her associate's degree from ACM in cybersecurity during her junior and senior year at the Career Center. Violet plans to continue her education at Allegheny College of Maryland, majoring in nanotechnology. Violet Strozakowski. At this time, we're going to recognize our students who received the Seal of Biliteracy. The Seal of Biliteracy is another accomplishment that we're very proud to have students that achieve. Given that Mandarin Chinese is one of the most difficult languages to learn, we're proud that we have 5 graduates who have earned this distinction. Saying that, every student here, based on the Apple test, performed high proficiency levels throughout the years. Students, however, earning the seal will receive a certificate from the state of Maryland and a medal that can be worn at graduation. Students will come forward to receive their medals, and then they'll stay standing on the left side of the stage to get a photo with students at the end. Emmanuel Kujenga. Applause to all of our students here on the stage today.